Hi there, welcome to HowtoDandD. My name's Frederick Weller and today I want to talk about the Dungeons & Dragons 5e mechanic, the short rest. You can find the short rest in the Player's Handbook on page 186. So what is a short rest? Well, basically it is downtime. Your character takes downtime. They spend at least 1 hour doing nothing more than doing the following: eating, drinking, reading, maybe some first aid to tend to those wounds if you've got some injuries, sleeping, they can sleep, and possibly talking. It's not actually stated in the book, but talking is not particularly strenuous. What can't you do? You can't cast a spell. You can't engage in combat. And you can't engage in anything that's strenuous. Now, what does that mean? It's really going to be up to the Dungeon Master because it's not spelled out in the Player's Handbook. But I would say that things like working, physical labour, exercising, deciding to go for a jog around the forest, training, so if you're doing any sort of physical training on a dummy or anything like that, if you're having to spend a lot of brain power actually solving a puzzle, these are all things that the Dungeon Master makes the call on. But specifically stated in the book, nothing strenuous, can't cast spells, and can't engage in combat. Something that comes up during a short rest, I have a lot of players saying, can I travel? Can I travel? Well, it really depends on travel. It's going to depend on your Dungeon Master. I would say if you're having to walk or run anywhere, that's strenuous. If you're riding on the back of a wagon and you're doing nothing more than sort of sleeping in the back, that's probably not going to be considered as strenuous. It is not stated in the book though. If you are riding a horse, if you've ever ridden a real horse, you will know it is not a pleasant experience, and yes, it is strenuous. So what benefit is there to taking a short rest? Well, you can spend hit dice to get back some lost hit points. You can recharge a feat ability. Now, the Inspiring Leader feat allows a short rest to be taken to get back that ability. You can recharge some of your class abilities. The fighter has the ability called Second Wind. By taking a short rest you can get that back. Recharging a race ability. Now the Dragonborn has Breath Weapon. You can take a short rest and get back that Breath Weapon. So a question that tends to come up is, can animals, beasts, monsters, NPCs, undead, constructs, can they take a short rest and reclaim lost hit points by spending hit dice? And yes, they can. It's in the Sage Advice. Jeremy Crawford has pointed this out. They can do that. What about if I want to take a short rest during a long rest? Well, you've got to remember that the short rest mechanic and what you actually have to do during a short rest is actually significantly different to the conditions of a long rest. So don't assume by taking a long rest you can also have a short rest. You're better off to tell your Dungeon Master you want to take a short rest and then take the long rest. As a general rule, you will find that all the conditions of a short rest fall under what are required from a long rest, but not necessarily the other way round. Hopefully I've covered everything about the short rest that I needed to. If you found this video helpful or informative, please share, like and subscribe. Make a comment below if you have any questions. If I've missed anything out, please add it in the comments as well. And till next time, keep rolling those 20s.